All right, guys, we're going to get started with the webinar training for today. Today we're going to be talking about the Employee Assistance Program, or as it is sometimes referred to as the EAP, and how this program can be used by supervisors as a benefit to assist their employees in dealing with problems and issues that might be hindering their work performance. Since we launched the EAP back in October, we've had a number of employees that have taken advantage of the free benefit, but what many supervisors don't know is that they can actually require an employee to participate in the EAP to help improve their work performance if they're having problems. As usual, we are recording this webinar and it will be available on our website later today for other supervisors in your department to watch. I do want you guys, if you've got folks that aren't able to attend today, please make sure that they do watch this. It's going to last about 30-35 minutes, so please make sure that they do watch the webinar when it's convenient for them. Also today we have loaded the PowerPoint into the handout section on your menu bar. So on your screen you have a menu bar and you have a place there that says handouts, and you can click on that handout, that PowerPoint, and you can save that to your computer to refer to later. Also, you have the questions box there on your menu bar. If you have questions at any time during the webinar, you can ask those and we'll get those answered to you in real time. Today we have Deborah Nicholson with us from Behavioral Health Systems, where she is the Director of Education and Training, to talk to us about how you guys can use this free benefit in the EAP system.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Deborah Nicholson. Thank you for the introduction, Jeremy. I want to tell you a little bit about Behavioral Health Systems. First, we were founded in 1989, based in Birmingham. We specialize in mental health and substance abuse benefits. We have a network of over 17,000 independent providers and hospitals across the nation, offering a maximum freedom of choice and flexibility in your provider selection. This network includes hospitals, clinics, all outpatient facilities, providers that include physicians and counselors in the behavioral medicine. What is an employee assistance program? For those of you who need to address what an employee assistance program is, feel free to use your handout information. I'm going to cover it in the first bullet. An EAP is a benefit that is provided by the employer for employees to help identify and find solutions to personal problems. An EAP offers short-term, solution-focused counseling to help you clarify a problem using an assessment. An example we can give is it the blues or a medical condition or just a current phase of my life? I'm going to expand on that in just a moment, some other ideas for you. Also, an EAP will help you identify options with your local resources, rather. An EAP will help you develop plans to approach difficult issues. How do I know when I need to use the EAP or when I should use the EAP? The first bullet. You know something's wrong but can't seem to identify the nature of the problem. The situation is affecting your work and or your personal relationships. You've tried various solutions to the problem and none seem to work. You become preoccupied with the problem. You're having ongoing physical signs of stress, like headaches, upset stomach, or insomnia. And the last bullet, you need an objective point of view about a problem. These are just some of the examples of when you may want to elect your EAP coverage. And now let's talk about your benefits through Madison County. The benefits for your Employee Assistance Program are as follows. You have an initial assessment plus 2 follow-up visits. That's a total of 3 visits that are covered each year at 100%. No copays or deductibles are applicable. So this service does not require any out-of-pocket cost whatsoever. Follow me over the bullets here on some of the categories. marital and family concerns, parent-child conflict, relationship issues, stress, depression, work-related issues. When I say work-related issues, this may be specific to adapting to change or coping strategies. The next bullet, grief and loss, life changes and transitions, eating disorders, legal and financial issues. I'd like to expand on that bullet, the legal and financial issues. Your EAP provides you with a 30-minute telephone consult with a licensed attorney or a certified financial planner or a CPA. In either of those professions, should you elect to use the services of those individuals, you are entitled to a 25% discount per hour, so that that's clear. In addition to a counseling need that you can use your EAP for, you may also take advantage of the legal and financial aspects. This is a telephone conversation which will count as one visit out of your EAP. So if you don't have a need for counseling but you would like to take advantage of the legal or financial aspect of this, it will count as one visit. If you want to retain the services of the professional you speak with ongoing, you get a 25% discount. Let's take a look at the next bullet for elder care concerns. If you are in a situation where you're caring for elderly parents, or parents are a catastrophic type illness, one way or another, if they're either aging into a system for retirement or you find yourself caring for the elderly, we can provide you with local resources specific to Medicare, Medicaid facilities, adult daycares, anything that would fall under the need of caring for the elderly population. We will locate resources. This does not count as a visit under your EAP, but this is a service that's provided to you through your EAP coverage. So we will provide you with local resources to assist you in the care of the elderly. And then the last bullet is alcohol and drug issues. Your service and access is confidential. BHS follows all national and state laws regarding confidentiality to protect your privacy. Neither your employer nor coworkers will know you are accessing these benefits unless you decide to tell them. I do want to emphasize that we are not asked for names of who accesses by any of our client-based companies, nor do we divulge or reveal on any level the names of anyone who contacts behavioral health systems. So it's very important, those of you who are sharing this information with me today, if you have questions, if you're fielding questions about confidentiality, it's important to note that we do not share names and that this is a confidential service. We have providers located throughout the United States. You have a dedicated care coordinator at the main office. I will cover the contact information later on in the presentation. But what this means is we have someone dedicated to Madison County. So when you contact our office, you will speak direct to a coordinator who is designated for Madison County. That way when you call our office for any reason, you will speak with one person and you get to speak with that same person again throughout any type of episode. Your care coordinator will assist you by making a referral to an appropriate provider near you. And I'd like to expand on the appropriate provider. We do not publish a directory of providers. And the reason why we ask that you work with your designated care coordinator is that our provider system is built so that we can identify our providers' strengths in terms of their clinical background and experience. This information is verified and maintained, so when we have inquiries and services to provide through the EAP, we can identify the experts in those fields and provide you with that information. Our provider credentials include licensed mental health professionals, substance abuse professionals, certified employee assistance professionals, and as I mentioned, certified financial planners and attorneys. Our access is through a toll-free number, 800-245-1150. Your care coordinator is available during normal business hours of 7 a.m. to 5:30 Central, Monday through Friday, to assist with verifying your benefits and eligibility, help you locate a network provider, schedule an initial assessment, as well as help you with any claim status inquiries. Another very important component of what we are offering through behavioral health systems is our after-hour, weekend, and holiday calls. They are answered by our licensed mental health professionals. So when you call an after hours, our office after hours, you'll be speaking with a counselor. We have a team of counselors who maintain our after hours. So you are always speaking with a mental health professional, never an automated system. Now I'd like to talk a little bit more about the types of referrals to the Employee Assistance Program. If you'll start at the top with me, please, where patient calls VHS. This is what you can expect when you contact us. As I mentioned, 24-hour access, a designated care coordinator. Then you'll follow me to the right, where you'll have initial intake assessment referral. What that means is your designated care coordinator is going to take the information that you provide us, specific to what your needs are. We will make an appointment for you or assist you in securing a non-urgent appointment within 5 days. And typically, locally, it's typically within 3 days in the Huntsville and surrounding area. Location, hours, and specialty is determined. Again, as I mentioned, the information about our provider network, I also want to point out that if you have specific needs, if it's a gender-specific need, if it's a faith-based counselor, we are able to identify all of those areas the way we've built our provider system and how we have contracted these providers into the EAP program. So there again lies another reason why we don't publish directories, because if you had a name of an individual, you would not have information on what their clinical expertise is. So again, we will identify if you have after-hours needs. We also have the capability of identifying night and weekend providers, and many people don't know that there are a number of counselors who are available evenings and weekends. Once you go to the provider, initial evaluation takes place. A treatment plan is proposed. That information is then sent to behavioral health systems. After your initial assessment, you can expect active patient treatment to follow. We will also, we do random quality assurance checks. If there, for any reason, there is not a good, your counselor that you were provided, it's not a good fit, we will identify that either through your phone call to behavioral health systems or through our quality assurance process. And we will select another provider and you will get another appointment at no cost. We also provide this as a liaison among the employer, provider, and employee. Now I'd like to speak about specific types of referrals to the EAP. The first being voluntary. A large majority of individuals using mental health services are self-referred. No supervisor or manager is involved or even aware of an issue at this point. It speaks, by definition, voluntary. Individuals and employees here at Madison County who are aware that they have an EAP service. The next type of referral would be informal referral. If you have identified that employee is experiencing some difficulty in their personal life, but their work performance is not yet affected, a supervisor would provide information about the EAP. An example on the last bullet, that sounds like a difficult situation. Are you aware that our organization has an EAP to help you? There's a pattern of deteriorating work performance and disciplinary action is likely. Another component of the informal referral is during discussions and constructive confrontation regarding the employee's performance problems, the supervisor makes a strong recommendation to contact BHS. So to reiterate, I'd like to cover the informal. You have a voluntary and then the informal referral, where as supervisors, you're made aware of problems that may affect performance. They haven't yet. You've provided some feedback and, of course, this resource being the EAP. Here's an example of some dialogue we've prepared. I'm concerned about the changes we've discussed with regard to your performance. Our mental health provider may be able to help you address whatever has caused these changes. I strongly recommend that you contact BHS. I will call them myself to let them know that you may be calling. Whether you do or not, I expect to see an improvement in performance by our next meeting. Some key points about the informal referral. Please keep in mind that it's the employee's choice to follow through with a referral. Any future discipline should not be the result of continued job performance problems and not based on failure to follow through with a referral. Some additional points about informal referrals. Do not accuse the employee of having personal problems. Offer the program as the appropriate place for the employee to deal with any issues that may contribute to the performance issues you have identified. An employee should be asked to fill out a release of information, or ROI form, if you want information released to a specific person or to anyone at the company. Now, just to briefly recap, we've covered an informal, where you make the employee aware, the voluntary, where the supervisor is not involved, they're provided the information about the resources. Now I would like to talk about when to consider a supervisory referral. The employee's work performance is obviously declining. You have begun to document numerous performance problems. The employee has self-identified a drug or alcohol problem. The employee is in danger of disciplinary action if work performance does not improve. The employee is demonstrating behavior that could create an unsafe workplace. Or, last, the employee threatened to hurt him or herself, hurt someone else, or damage property. Those are some examples of when you may want to consider a supervisory referral. Now I'd like to talk about some procedures for making a supervisory referral. First and foremost, always consult with your HR department about the situation. Call BHS before meeting with the employee and give us the employee's name and details. This will prepare us when in a mandatory situation to go ahead and start the process and get these details so that it's expedited timely. BHS will fax you a release of information form to complete. Our suggestion is that you hold a meeting with the employee to discuss the issues and have them sign the release of information form. Give the employee the BHS number, stress confidentiality, and have them call for an appointment. What you can expect: the information provided to the company representative named on the release of information. Did the employee contact BHS within the specified time frame? The date and time of appointment. Did the employee attend the appointment? If applicable, is the employee cleared to return to work if it is a safety-sensitive position? Is the employee cooperating with treatment recommendations? And will long-term assistance be required? This is what you can expect us to provide the supervisor or the HR representative who is authorized on the HIPAA document internally, as well as the release of information. In summary, the types of referrals are voluntary, which is self-referred, informal, the suggested use of the EAP, supervisory, which is the mandatory use of the EAP. If you have a question, and this happens quite a bit, where you're between an informal and a supervisory type situation, a mandatory situation, and you're not sure, contact BHS and speak with your care coordinator, who will assist you and make recommendations. That completes the type of referrals. And now I'd like to share with you the EAP materials that are distributed amongst, I understand, all divisions. Every department receives an EAP poster for you to display in your common areas, your break areas, a check-in, check-out station. A monthly newsletter is sent electronically. If you experience some type, what you see here is an example. It's not very visible, but you may can see it on the hard copy of the handout as a fact sheet. This particular one is emotional reactions to natural disasters. If you experience something in your area, if it's a traumatic event, a number of issues that you experience on a daily basis, we're happy to provide a fact sheet to assist you. If it's not a counseling need, sometimes it just helps to have some educational material supportive of what you may be experiencing in the area. You're also provided a wallet card. You'll see that in the bottom right of this presentation. If you do not have one, you can speak with your HR representative here at Madison County. Now I'd like to share some additional information with you about our website, a brand new website that we've launched. So those who may or may not have access through this portal, or they're not listening to our recorded information today, supervisors, you can also share our website information, and we have it pulled up so that you can follow me. If you'll check the bottom right where it says Member Access, through this portal, you can schedule an appointment online with your dedicated care coordinator. You can review the benefit summary, the information that I've just shared with you. There's a member guide. There's also a member reimbursement form if needed. And there's some great self-assessment tools. Your employer ID with Madison County is MCA. So if you'll follow me, I'm going to log in. There you go. Welcome Madison County. Welcome to the Member Access. This section will explain your behavioral health benefits, allow you to browse the newsletters and fact sheet, and we also have some self-assessment tools where you can download a form. So this gives you some really good information. I'm going to upload now. I'm going to the benefit summary. What I've just discussed with you, again, is available through the website. As you can see here, the benefits available through Madison County. Your member portal, we've got member guide, a benefit summary sheet, self-assessment tools. So visit our website if you have any questions where there's limited visibility for posters or access to some of the written information. Please encourage the use of the website to disseminate this information throughout your division. Thank you very much for joining us, and have a great day.
Thank you, Deborah. Guys, this will conclude our webinar today. Again, it will be recorded and be out on our website for review later today. I know we've had quite a few questions, and some I'm going to deal with offline personally. And but if you have questions, we'll continue to stay on the line here for a few more minutes. Just want to make sure that we get this information out to all of our employees, because this is a free benefit to everyone, our supervisors and our employees, everyone. So we want to make sure that we get this information out. Again, thank you for your attendance, and we'll stay on for a few more minutes to answer questions. Thank you.